YouTube. How are you getting on out there? I have a little story for you, just quickly. One nap time, as usual. The other day, I was paying attention to coincidences and synchronicity. So I was in that mindset to do that. Although recently, I haven't had as much headspace for that, honestly. I haven't really been on that wavelength of looking for coincidences or noticing synchronicities. The last one that I really noticed was the day of Ozzy Osbourne's death, and I saw a glove, lost glove on the floor, and it was doing that hand sign. And I liked that as a coincidence, synchronicity, because one, I take photos of lost items of clothing, dropped gloves, dropped hats. It amuses me. I like it. So I haven't really been paying attention because I've been busy. Then I was speaking with someone who was talking to me about her mum who died, and she told me her mum's name, and I won't tell you the names because sort of you know, it's private to them. So I'll make a name up. She told me her name was Maria. She was in spirit. I said, well, what's her name? Because that's what I always do, just in case a coincidence shows up. And I said, I tell you what, this week, let's both focus on that name. Let's both focus on the name. And I'm going to say Maria, but it wasn't Maria. Came home, put a YouTube video on. First name they're talking about is Maria, right? And I've chosen a really common name, and it was quite a common name, so I think Maria's on a par with the name that it was. Maria is, a fairly common name, right? So you'd expect it in those circumstances, yeah? But I wrote it down because I thought to myself, right, okay, I'm going to write it down every time I have a coincidence or I hear that name this week, I'm going to write it down. And then when I see this person again, I'm going to tell them, this is the times that I saw that name this week. And they're going to say, it doesn't mean anything because it's not enough evidence that it's from the other side, from something bigger that we can't see. Right? There's no proof of that. There's only my belief and faith that there's something more than this. I mean, don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure that something more than this exists. And then later in the evening, I was thinking, I've got a little bit of milk in the fridge and it's enough for a cup of tea in the morning. Well, it was enough for a cup of tea that evening or coffee in the morning, but I couldn't do both. But I just had this hunch, this little thought, hold on a minute, I'm going to need milk for the morning, right? And technically, I didn't need milk for the morning because I did have enough milk. And then I went downstairs to the kitchen. I thought, I know, I was debating, should I walk up to Tesco's? It's 8:30 at night, it's dark, you can't really see the pavements well. Not because I'm scared of, going out after dark or thinking there's anything dangerous around here for me to be overly worried about. But it does concern me that I can't see the pavements. Right. And I don't want to fall over. I'm at that age. I don't want to fall over because I haven't been able to see the pavement. So I was thinking about that. I thought, I know, I'll just have some beef stew before I go because I'd had some beef stew in the slow cooker. So I'm sitting downstairs eating my beef stew, really still debating, should I bother going out and getting milk? Do I need to? And I had my beef stew and then I was all nice and solid and warm and comfort because I thought, yeah, I will actually, because it strengthens you up, doesn't it, having nice food? Yeah, I'll walk up the road. Walked up the road, went into Tesco, looking at the milk, picked up my milk. And this woman, she was in a rush. She come charging into the shop and she was carrying two big bags of flowers and stuff that looked like she'd bought up all of the yellow sticker section at Aldi or somewhere. And she charged past me, brushed past me the bag. And I just moved over because you can sense when someone's in a real, real rush. So you just get out of their way, don't you? No, got my milk, walked up behind at the till. I was walking slowly, but I still got there as she got there. She'd got her phone out. Her phone died just as she got to the pay. She's holding her phone up. And she looked at me, she says, you could see she was at the end of a long day. It was 8:30. God only knows how long a day she had had. So I said, don't worry, I've got it. I'll pay for it. And she was like, oh no, it's too much. I said, that's not too much. I'll get it. So I got my purse out, paid for her. But she was so bothered that I was paying for her milk. She was like, well, what can I give you in return? Let me give you something. And I was like, you don't need to do that, but okay, if it makes you feel better. She gave me some flowers. She said, have some flowers, choose some flowers. So these sunflowers sitting behind me, I chose those sunflowers. Oh, that's lovely. And then I enjoyed that as I was walking back. As I came out of Tesco's, she came running back from her car and she'd got some change out and she gave me some change. So she paid for it as well. So I was just thinking, oh, lovely, I've just got some flowers that I wasn't planning on buying, wasn't planning on having, right? And then she came and gave me the money, and they're like, "No, I've got free flowers. That's lovely. What a lovely experience." But it wasn't about the flowers or the milk. For me, it was about the divine timing, right? And I call it divine because it's just bigger than us. It's unexplained. It's a higher intelligence. It's something that puts us in position to be able to be helpful to other people, be of service to other people. Because this is, I do love to be that person in that position that's able to help someone out. And I was just enjoying that, thinking, oh, isn't that lovely? Now I've been rewarded with sunflowers. How wonderful. And then I was thinking back to the person that I used to speak to regularly who always wore sunflowers. She used to have sunflower t-shirts, she had sunflowers in the backdrop, she had, and then I was trying to remember what her name was. And then it came to me, her name was Maria. Her name, person that loved the sunflowers, was the same name as the person in spirit who was the mum, the person I'd spoken to, and said, let's check on synchronicities this week, let's make a record of it, let's see how many times the name shows up. Now, to me, that's a lovely synchronicity, and it's definitely a coincidence. And I would definitely believe that has come from somewhere we can't see or don't know about. So I'll keep you posted, her reaction. I suspect she's still going to say, well, it's making it fit, it's sort of giving it meaning where there isn't any. Right? Let me know. What do you think? Take care. Bye for now.